ask what it will take to get that number. Just simply ask your boss. I want to make, let's say, $100,000. I want to make $100,000. What will it take for you guys to pay me that compensation? Right? Just ask them what it will take. They'll tell you, and then you just do it. Very simply. Okay, that's setting up your position. Typically, in the case of salary negotiations, we're talking about, there's a cycle, right? There's a process where your contract comes up for negotiation every number of months or every number of years. So you want to begin this process relatively early in the cycle. You don't want to start the process too late in the cycle, because by that point it's too late, obviously, right? They don't have enough information and evidence to work with. So let's say it's a year-long contract. Towards the beginning of the year, you want to be asking those kinds of questions, right? And then you have the whole year available to you to actually execute that behavior and to actually start doing that work. So make it clear early in the cycle that you want to do well, that you want to advance your career, or to create value for the company, or to create value for the client in the case of a business situation or B2B. And this allows you to not blindside them at the critical moment when the negotiation actually happens, right? You want to definitely do your research and do your homework in advance, right? So a lot of clients or a lot of companies will have specific policies as far as parameters or criteria that will determine when and how they can give money to people and how much. So what's the company's financial situation, for example, right? Are they doing well? They're not doing so well? This is information that you can either get explicitly if you're working inside the company. You can find this out relatively easily, or you can kind of surmise it from various factors and various pieces of evidence. So we can talk more about that, about how to figure out what their position is during the Q&A if you want. You also want to know what the market considers a reasonable number. Okay, because let's say I want to make $100,000, but the job that I'm doing, realistically, the absolute max that I could get would be like $60,000, let's say. So then that's not going to go over so well. No matter how hard I try, no matter how compelling my argument is, it's not going to be enough, because the market and the industry has established that there's a certain norm for this, right? So you want to have concrete benchmarks and objective statistics when it comes to that salary, that number. You can go to salary.com, you can go to glassdoor.com. Anything you can do to make it objective and concrete and take it out of the subjective realm and into the objective realm, right? That bolsters your argument, makes you much more compelling and much more persuasive.